Here we go with texture method number 2. So this time I'm going to grab the lake, so select it to affect it. It's just a vector object, a lake I made out of a circle with a gradient in it. And the next thing I'm going to do is use the effects. So over here in the appearance panel, there is the icon FX for effect, or you can come up to the top menu item. There's the word effect. And basically you're going to see the same list in each place. So there's that place and this place, and it's the same list. This gets super crazy, all these different effects that you can do. You can try them on your own time if you want to. But what I'm looking for are the Photoshop effects. And what I'm looking for is pixelate. I really like using Mezzotint, is one of my favorite ones. Pointillized can be fun, or there's also texture, and there's some different textures there as well. I'm gonna go with pixelate and Mezzotint for my first go around. It's gonna bring up this little dialog box. And I like this one because you simply have one list of options. It could be fine, medium, grainy dots, little lines, little strokes. And then you simply click OK. And there you have a texture. And I think that actually looks cool. And I think of water, there's some shadows and some highlights with the sun sparkling on there. So I think in an abstract way, this gets that effect. But what I don't like is how solid it is, and we can't really see through to the fish as well anymore. I wish there was a way that we could tweak the texture in terms of being able to see through it more. We can't really do that now because if I were to play with the opacity, it's the opacity of the whole lake and the texture at once, which kind of looks cool if I back off, but it's not really what I was going for. So let me show you another way to think about this. I'm going to click on this object. Here's the appearance panel. Again, if you don't see it, you can go to Window, Appearance right there to bring it up, or click on those three dots over here. So this is how you would be seeing it. There's a Mezzotint effect on this fill. So if you want to change the effect, you can just click on this and change it and click OK. And there you go. I'm going to go ahead and throw it away at this point. So just dragging it into this garbage can. Dragging it into the garbage can. Okay. And what I'm going to do this time is make a second fill. There's my second fill. On the second fill, I'm now going to add the effect. And I'm just going to do the same one just so you could see the same effect in a different way. So there it is. And what I've done though is because it's on this other fill, I can now play with the opacity on the second fill and actually back off how strong that effect is showing up. I could do something much more subtle. Okay, you could also play with the blending modes too and maybe get some other interesting things happening there. I happen to know that multiply will make the white disappear. A screen will make the black disappear. So there's definitely some fun things that you could do with the blending modes too. All right, so that is basically how you do this. I'm just gonna do it in one more way to show you something else. I might as well just throw this away. I'm not gonna use it anymore. And then effects. This time I'm gonna use texture and grain just to show you the difference. This is something that's really borrowed from Photoshop, and we have this little preview window over here, and you can click and drag in there to move the object around. And you could also come to the bottom left corner to make that smaller so you could see more of it. So that's basically my lake, and we're just seeing the whole ellipse at once, right? And you're seeing up here many options. There's the texture, and right now we have grain selected. And with any of these, if I click on a different one, you're gonna see different settings over here in the right. So depending on what it is, you're gonna have different options. But basically they all work the same. You click it, choosing grain. Here I could play with the intensity, and I could play with the strength of the contrast. There's also different grain types from speckle, which doesn't look good, does it? I'm not sure why. Sometimes you have to play with the other settings for it to make sense, but yeah, that one's not really working for me. Soft, regular, etc. So some of these are gonna look great. Some of them are gonna be like, what on earth is going on? It looks horrible. The computer's not the artist, right? You're the artist, so you have to make the decision. Let's say that we love that. I'm gonna click OK. And so now we're seeing the grain effect down here, and it's on the bottom fill I could have been more careful and clicked on this fill to have the grain effect up on this fill. I'm actually just going to click on this grain effect and drag it up there and release. So now the grain effect is on the top fill. And just checking my opacity. So yeah, it's normal and 100%. So that's what this looks like, this particular grain effect off and on. Oh, it's a little bit delayed. Okay. If you turn off that fill, it's going to turn off the effect for that fill as well. I like this effect a little bit better than the other one because you could see through it more. And if you wanted to play with the opacity, you could do all that stuff or the blending modes as well, right? So just different kinds of effects, bringing them through the appearance panel with different layers of fills to create different kinds of effect looks or textural looks. All right, there we go.